Hello, and welcome once again to another horror live of SYWK podcast. Today I'm in a good mood, so I hope you guys are doing fine, and welcome back to another live stream of SYWK podcast. To begin with, first of all, let me know if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Is the audio fine? Video is anyways horrible, but is the audio fine? Please let me know in the comments. Divyani is saying the background music is scary. Yes, it is. It is scary. So I would like to know, first of all, if you guys can hear me. And there is someone who I would like you to meet. And here you go. He's a new guest on our channel. Welcome everyone to another horror life. I'm just doing shit. So welcome everyone, and today there is a surprise for everyone. There is going to be a surprise, but I'm going to reveal that surprise towards the end of the live stream. And if the person is listening, he knows, or he or she knows what to do. Anyways, to begin with, the channel link is there in my description, in the video's description. You can click the link and you can join our studio, and we can get you, and you can share your ghost stories. You can talk about paranormal. If you have of lately seen any horror movie, anything, we can discuss, we can talk. Also, I have couple of stories which I will be narrating. Now, let me know if you guys can hear also the background music which I am playing from my another device. Let me know if you guys can hear that. I just want to check everything is fine. Audio is fine. That is what Sash Boy told me. And on Instagram, I'm not sure who's there on Instagram, but if you are live on Instagram, I am mainly live on YouTube, so do join me on my YouTube channel. Instagram is just kept open so you guys get notification. Anyways, now to begin with, I have a story which I would like to narrate. I have already narrated this story on my channel, but I thought, why not narrate it once again? It's been a while. It's been at least 2 or 3 months I have narrated the story, so I thought, why not? But guys, keep one thing in your mind, and this is a thing which I always told everyone who consume horror content or who listens to my episodes, that my channel and everyone out there who's creating horror content are only creating for entertainment. We do not promote blind faith. We do not promote superstition. So enjoy the horror content only for entertainment purpose, and then move on. Okay. So anyways, the channel, not the channel link. The link is available in the description. If you'd like to join in anytime. Meanwhile, no one joins in. I am going to narrate a story, and the story, I think so a lot of people have heard this, but a lot of people are new on my channel, so I am going to narrate this again. And the title of the story is Zomato Delivery Boy Horror Story. Okay, so without wasting any time, because I already wasted 6 minutes, I am going to narrate a story, and someone is playing the live stream out of my room, and I can hear it. It's echoing, so you can reduce the volume whoever's there in the hall. Okay. So here we go. Without wasting any time, I'm going to narrate the first story. Hi, this is my first time submitting my personal story, as I'm too shy to share it with anyone and have not even shared it with my family members. This is a true incident that I witnessed, and I hope you guys will understand what I went through. So here is my story. I came to Mumbai in 2019 from Kanpur in a search of a job, and quickly, with a friend's recommendation, I received a job offer at a very well-known marketing company. In the beginning, I stayed with my friend for a couple of months. However, I needed to find an apartment so that I can have my own space. After a few weeks of searching on the internet, I found a rented apartment close to my office, which was located in Andheri East. Quickly, I moved in and had my own space. I was happy, but my happiness did not last long. I still remember it was the 4th of December 2019, and I came back home around 10:30 pm after a long day at work. I just wanted to rest, so I decided to order my meal from Zomato, and that's when things went the wrong way. On the app, it showed 25 minutes for the food to be delivered, so I decided to have a quick shower and wait for my dinner. Meanwhile, I was preparing for my shower. I get a phone call from my mother. I get so engrossed talking to her that I did not realize that we spoke for almost an hour and my food hadn't been delivered. So I ended my call with my mother and decided to call the delivery guy. Even after calling him several times, he did not answer. I was pissed now and decided to call the restaurant. After inquiring with them, they informed me that the delivery guy had left quite some time and they would check on him and call me back. I was so pissed that I was going to give bad reviews and even complain to the Zomato team. Meanwhile, I was typing the review, the doorbell rang. And I was all ready to fight. But the minute I opened the door, I was confused and shocked at the same time. I could see the delivery guy standing outside my door, but he was bleeding from his head. My anger soon turned into concern and asked him if he was fine and needed medical help. But he did not reply to my question. He just said, "Sir, I'm sorry for being late." And he moved his hand towards me to give me my food. But it was strange that he did not have the food package with him. He got confused and said that he must have left the food package on his bike, and he said he will come back in a minute. While all this happened, I got a call from the restaurant manager and he said, "We are sorry to inform you, but our delivery boy has met with an accident and died on the spot. We will resend you the order." After hearing this, I could not believe what happened to me. I was shocked and confused. I even went down to check if the delivery guy was there, but could not find anyone. I even checked with my building watchman, but he did not see any delivery guy. I did not tell this to anyone, but I know I felt and witnessed something supernatural which cannot be explained. But this incident still haunts me to date. I hope you could feel what I felt, but I'm still scared to share the story with anyone because I feel no one will believe me. Yo, and that was the story, Zomato delivery boy horror story. Let me know in the comments, how did you like the story? A lot of people have heard this story, but people who are new, and if you have enjoyed what I narrated, you know what to do. You should like the stream and you should also subscribe, because that is going to motivate me, and that's it, motivate me, nothing else. Obviously the channel is going to grow, and if you like, YouTube will push this video to people who enjoy horror content, and many people can come and join and share their stories. Anyways, let's go with the chat. Oh my god. Ankit Sunavne. Hi bro Ankit. I hope you are doing fine. Ankit, if you'd like to join in and share your stories. Please, please do. The link is there in my description. Who's this 20ENB46? I can't read this name. Dude, I can't read this name. Please upload recorded novels or stories. Okay. ये कौन सा नाम है ये? 20ENB426. Ankit Sonavne says, bro, please come on camera and speak. I am here, bro. It's just that when I am narrating a story, I need to go to another screen. So that is why the camera anyways automatically gets turned off. So I go to another screen, read it, and then I come back. Anyways. Ankit is saying, tech screen, game over. Hani Pasha, what's up? What is happening? Sush boy, story is being narrated. Divyani is there. Hi, Sunny. Divyani is saying, Sunny, you also share one story. Yes, Sunny is going to come tonight and he's going to share the story. Hani Pasha is saying, why so serious? No one is serious, bro. Hani Pasha, I'm to share one story, but I'm tired. No, bro, don't get tired. Don't be tired, sorry. You should come. It's been, you can say 6 to 7 months now you have been there on my live streams and you have always been commenting, but I have not seen you. Are you real or are you a ghost? That's the question. Hani Pasha is saying, RIP food delivery boy. Yes. Why I'm saluting RIP? Dude, sorry, my bad. Sush boy is saying, Hani Pasha, we want one story from you. Yes, we do want a story. I have a scary horror story from Turkey. Bro, please do join in and please tell us. Divyani is saying, scary story. The David session hospital in Pune has the same sort of story. The nurse died and her spirit still haunts. She keeps the night staff awake if they sleep on duty. Divyani, why don't you come and elaborate the story? It will be fun. Okay, 20 ENBs. Aisha, okay. Someone new is joined. Okay. Please, if anyone is new, please do join in and share or subscribe, whatever. Hani Pasha, my family was affected by the recent earthquake. Oh my god, I'm really sorry to hear about that. I hope you're doing fine, and if there is any help which we can provide, please let us know. We are always happy to contribute, so please do let us know. And first let us know if you're okay, if your family is okay. So please, we'll always pray for you and your family, so take care. Sash boy saying, Hani Pasha, please narrate. We hope your family is safe. Yes. Oh my god, this is something really sad. I lost my brother. Really sorry to hear that, brother. And we pray for you and for your family, and that's all we can say, bro. He was buried alive. Really sorry. This is something really sad which is happening, and since we are talking about this, let's pray and let's hope that people in Turkey and their family people are all safe and fine. And Hani Pasha, thank you so much for joining in, even though things are going crazy in your family, in your country, in the surroundings. So please take care of yourself, and if you'd like to talk, please do send me a message, or if you need anything, please, we'll always be happy to help you. Sush boy saying, oh, I'm sorry bro for your loss, please take care. Yes, we same here. Ankit is saying, brother, I would like you to tell us information about jinns. Definitely why not? I would talk about jinns, but towards the end of the live stream, so stick around. We are going to have a 1 hour live stream. Towards the end, there is someone special who's going to join in, and we are going to talk about a couple of things to keep you excited and to keep you hooked up. What we are going to talk is basically 2 things. One is jinns, which Ankit suggested, and second thing is basically I want to debate with all of you guys, and there is someone who's going to join me and going to talk to me about that, and that is Do animals also have spirits, ghost, or is it just humans? So I want to talk about this. I want to know your point of view because I have a story and I have also another my own point of view. So let's wait towards the end of the live stream, then we can discuss. Hani Pasha is saying, thanks, bro, but you can't win against the nature. Yes, everything is written and everything is planned by God. So, whatever happens, we need to accept and we just need to have faith in God. That's it, bro. I can't say anything. It's just that take care of yourself and your family right now. Okay. Divyani Mahapuri is saying, I want to understand if Itrif, am I pronouncing it correct? Ariel is topic पे थोड़ा रोशनी डालो des. ठीक है. First of all, I kind of need to brush on this topic. I know about it. It's a kind of a jinn, but I need to read more about it to talk about it. And also remember, whoever is there online, I am not some Gyani Baba or something. It's just that I have a couple of knowledge about this topic and I share my own point of view, but do not believe everything what I say. I can be wrong, I can be right, I don't know. But hey, follow horror podcaster here. Hey. I believe you are also another podcaster who does horror podcast. So if you would like to join in, please do join in. We can discuss more. Alex is saying sorry for your loss, Sani. Hello, Desmond. Hello, Alex. And yes, we are all sorry. Yes, Pet Samaritan showcased the animal spirits bit well. Yes, I was going to talk about that. Yes, that is another crazy movie. Divyani is saying Gyani Baba. Tatya Bichu saying, hello Desmond, how are you? I am fine. Finally, I have read all the chats and now the link is open. Okay, so do join in and I would like to listen to your stories. If Alex has any stories, Divyani has any stories, or Sachit has any stories, or Tatya Bichu, anyone who's there, please do join in and let's discuss about couple of things. If you have some stories, if you have something you would like to share, if you have read a new book, if you have if you have watched a movie, we can discuss anything. And strangely, on my system, I can't read the person's name. It's quite strange. Like, it's quite strange why I can't read the person's name. And there we have our first caller for the night. Okay, so we have our first caller for the night. So I will be getting the person inside. Okay, if you're ready, then be ready because I'm going to get you in 5, in 4, in 3, 2, and 1. Swati Rao. I hope you can hear me, but I can't hear you.
I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you as well. How are you?
I'm good, Desmond. I'm good. Thank you for, thank you for inviting me today. I just happened to know today that you were having the live. So thanks a lot for that.
Yes, it's always every Tuesday I have my live sessions. And before we begin, I would like you to introduce yourself to everyone because everyone who's there here are a big fan of horror content. So it will be the right place, right platform to connect with a lot of more people.
Sure. So for everyone who's live, first of all, of course, it's Desmond's live. So I can't say thanks for that since it's his show. But I'm here, so I'm actually very happy. I love meeting other fellow horror fans, people with a passion, whatever you want to call yourselves. So I have a podcast. It's called Desi Horror. It's available on Spotify, and it's very similar to Desmond's channel, but slightly different. In terms of, I also feature a lot of stories that I have created, which I have written, because I'm also a writer, and of course
Wow.
some real life stories from Southeast Asia.
Okay.
So you
That's
can follow
interesting.
the podcast on Spotify, and you can also follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is the SWAT cat. So feel free to do that. And coming to Desmond's content, I've seen a lot of videos, and I really like the content. It's very similar to mine, but of course, I think the focus of yours is global. Mine is specifically in India and neighboring countries.
Kind of not global, but I also, you can say, love to narrate stories related to India. Yes, there are a couple of stories because I'm based in the Middle East. So there are some stories around this country as well. But yeah, my main focus is also in India. Before we go ahead, I would like to tell everyone the channel link of Swati of Spotify is already there on the chat, so you can go and follow her. Plus, her Instagram link is there. I have put both the links, so go follow her. And yes, Swati, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks so much. So just wanted to, can I ask you a few questions?
Oh my God! Yes, please.
I'm so excited to meet fellow horror passion people or fans that I really
Yes.
want to ask some questions.
Now this is scary for me.
So since I think everybody here knows that I think you're from Goa, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, do you have to tell that to people or they know already?
I don't know. It depends too. It
Okay,
depends.
okay.
It
The
all
question is
depends. Yeah.
specific to Goa, so that's why I wanted to clarify. So, since you're from Goa, and I saw your video as well connected to Goa, some Goa real incidents, I want to know, have you personally experienced anything in Goa?
In Goa, no, not really. Personally, in Goa, I was born in Goa. I was raised in Mumbai, and then now I'm working in the Middle East country. So different places, but personally, nothing in Goa. To be very honest, I had experienced something in Mumbai, but not in Goa.
Okay, okay. And the reason I asked Goa specifically is because I visited Goa a lot and I've
Okay.
stayed at some very old hotels. I mean, later on, of course, I stayed in the regular ones. But when I was in college, to save money, we would stay in like very old places and lots of not remote, but definitely not like, the most popular places. It would be a little away from the main areas, and I always found some of these houses or guest houses or hotels very creepy because they were so old, and in the night there would be nobody in those areas. So that is why I want to know, did you ever experience anything?
No, but I have a question to you now. So the questions will keep coming now because it's a free flow conversation. So
Okay.
to begin with, do you believe in ghost?
I do, yes.
You
And the
do.
simple
Okay.
fact is because if you can believe in good, why can't you believe in bad or evil or whatever? So I do believe there are opposite forces.
Correct. Okay. So even I do believe, but what I feel is this I have been telling in most of my live streams and most of my episodes that at least 95% of the time it is a fear. Like for example, now I'm not saying that ghost is not there, but like for example, if you see a house which is abandoned or which is completely dark, or even if you sit in a dark room, you'll start imagining that stuff that
Hmm.
okay, something might happen to me or something might happen to this. So whatever I have experienced and whatever people have come and told on my live streams, and sometimes people submit their stories also by Gmail, by Instagram, I feel that it's more of fear than the actual ghost. This is my point of view. I can be wrong, I can be right, but I'm always happy to debate about this.
But are you a believer or a non-believer? That is the question at the end of the day.
I am a believer. The same thing. If there is good, then there is bad. That is for sure, 100%. But like, I'll give you an incident of like when we were in college. There was this movie which released, that was Grudge. Okay, which was this Chinese movie. Okay, and we seen the movie in the theater, and we were coming back from the theater to our house. Now, throughout the night, I did not get sleep because I was only imagining that ghost which was there in the movie. And
Right,
if
right.
eventually I felt that, there is someone in the room and XYZ, whatever. But the next morning when I got up, I realized that, it's just my mind. I was consuming a horror movie. That is why I was thinking about that. But yes, I do believe that, there is spirits and there is ghosts, because it happened with me. So I won't deny, but then I feel that humans are more scary than ghosts. So that is what. So I have different points of view and different perspectives about a lot of things. But yeah, that is how it is. By the
And
way,
since you said that so which means that you're a practical person. There are some times that
yes.
you feel, okay, there is something off here, but at the same time, you're also like, okay, this is definitely because I watched a horror movie.
Yes, I try to find logic before anything else. Then if I can't find any logical reason, then yes, definitely.
Okay, okay. And one more question, if that's allowed.
Yes, but before that, someone in the chat, his name is Hani Pasha, he's asking, is Swati a superhero? Can you
I
answer that?
wish, I wish.
And one more is Tatya Bichu is the person. He's asking, is Swati a believer?
Of course, of course. I couldn't have a podcast if I was not a believer.
Yeah. I was listening to one of your episodes. The minute you sent me your message, I was listening to the latest one, the Rajasthan one. You were talking about the Rajasthan, something
Kuldara.
about. Yes, I was listening for a while. But for sure, I'll listen to it whenever I get time. But yeah, what was your question?
The next question, actually, I've met a lot of people connected to, met a lot of people who are believers, who, are active in terms of they read horror books and watch a lot of movies and all of that. So because I've met these people, sometimes they find it hard to differentiate what is real and what is not. Like in your case, you have a clear difference. You try to find sense, and in some cases, you're like, okay, there is no sense in this. So, as someone who's active in this space and has a clear difference, believer, non-believer, how scared do you get? Like, how scared are you when bad things happen, like whether you watched a very scary movie or experienced something or whatever it is? How scared do you get?
I'll tell you, to be very honest, right now, there's no one in the room. Okay, even if a leaf or something will fall right now, I'll scream loudly and I'll jump and I will end the live stream. I am, you can say, to an extreme level of like from 1 to 10, I'm 9.5 scared. So I get shit scared, to be very honest.
That's a very honest answer. I was not expecting that. I thought you'd say that, no, I'm very, I'm not that type. I'm just brave.
See, डर सबको लगता है. Okay, everyone gets scared. But then what you do after that also matters. So yeah, I get scared, I will run away for sure. But then in some serious situations, see, I'll give you an example. Now there are two examples. This was again when we were in college, and there was a evening where we were celebrating, and then for some reason we had to go out on the terrace to do a certain thing. I can't tell this online, but if whoever has to understand, they'll understand. So two of us were there. Okay, we were standing, and my friend was telling me that right opposite the building where we are, okay, there is a temple, and that temple is kind of famous of, people back in the day, like in early 90s, 40s, 60s, 70s. They used to sacrifice a lot of things, including humans, and till date they can hear people screaming. So that time
Wow.
when we were on the terrace, it was around 2:33ish. Okay, now nothing related to the time or whatever. It was just a random thing. Like we went on the terrace and we were doing our job. Now suddenly, when we were having that conversation itself, we heard, a sound which felt like it was a tire skidding, but eventually it went to a kid screaming. So it was like a 10 to 15 second sound which we heard, and then we did get scared during that time. But
Wow.
there are some times, to be very honest, you don't know how to react. And that time we did not know how to react. We just stood there and we did not do anything. We waited for a minute and quietly we just went back in our room, and then we said, "Bro, we are just not going to go out again." Yeah, we were scared, but there are sometimes you don't need to react. And also there is another incident, like since I am in the Middle East, I have a couple of different set of friends here, and like I have a Muslim friend, and they talk about jinns, and they are more religious as compared to anyone else in this country. So they told me that in case if you come across anything like this in your life, you have to only tell one thing, is that I'm not come here to harm you.
Mm-hmm.
Please forgive me and let me go in peace. And if anything bad has happened to you, we are sorry. Allow us to go in peace. That's it. So they say that in a different way, okay? But and then they say a short prayers. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel this is also kind of a good thing. Like maybe a spirit might be in pain, or maybe the person who lived died, did not die in a proper way. So, and maybe the person wants to harm you, or the ghost wants to harm you, and if you tell these few things, maybe you can be saved. So it's all like situation based things. But yeah, eventually, to answer your question, I get scared. For sure I get scared.
But I think that's a nice way to approach it. That you request the jinn spirit, whatever it is, like let me go in peace,
Yeah.
instead of the normally your reaction would be, you'd panic and go crazy. But I think this is a nice way to approach it.
Yeah, it is.
So, do we move on to the discussion of jinns and spirits and animals, or we are still yet to get there?
We are yet to get there, but if you'd like to share a story, because a lot of people are saying we want to listen to a story, do you have a story to begin with? Do you have a
I
story
do
which you would
have a
like to?
story, yes.
Okay, so I would just, if you have some time, I'll read the chat, what's happening in the chat, and then we can go ahead with the story. So Hani Pasha is saying her voice is low. I hope you guys can hear her voice right now, because from my side I have increased it. Sachit is saying your brain starts playing with you. Yeah, it's your mind. Since I was telling everyone, it's your mind. It's basically fear is all in your head. This is what I believe. Then Hani Pasha is saying we need your story. Yes, so we will need a story. Yeah, this is the question. Has Ati faced any real paranormal encounters? If yes, then please share. We would love to hear. Okay. Hani Pasha is saying, did Swati fight a demon? My God,
I
this is
wish.
this is too extreme. We are fighting with humans. That is only enough. Way to go to demons now.
Exactly. Fighting with humans.
Ankit is saying, brother, please start something serious horror talks. Okay, brother, we are going to start now. Okay, there is Winnie. She has a question saying, "Hello, I always had this question whether spirits understand the language we speak." Yes, they do. They do. Or else they can use Google Translate. That is not a problem for them. But they do. Another thing is we want real paranormal encounters to your face with you or Swati. Yes, 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 yes. Khalas. Okay, so Swati, you can go ahead. I'll mute myself for a while. You can narrate the story. Just give me one. Swati's horror story.
Oh, you want me to read it from my podcast?
Up to you, whatever you feel
No,
like,
that I
whatever.
have an original piece that I have not yet shared on my podcast.
Up to you. That's also lovely, exclusive. So, guys, Swati also, whoever has joined in, Swati also has her own podcast. And I have already left the link in the chat. I'll also leave that in my description towards the end. So she's going to narrate a story so you guys can enjoy. Okay, so I'm muting myself and my camera also will be off.
Okay. Uh, So I'm hoping everybody can hear me well. Okay, so I will continue. So this is a story that I have not shared on my podcast. This is not shared on my podcast because I felt that it's not. I mean, it's a little difficult for me to put it into the right words, and that is why I did not share it on my podcast. But I think this is a good platform for me to share it here. So this is a 100% real story. There is no need for me to make it up because it's not as dramatic as what you would see on TV or any of these shows. But I can assure you that it's very, very genuine and true, which is also probably why I'm a believer. So this happened around, I think, 10 to 12 years ago. Yeah, around 10 to 12 years ago. I was around, I was in 10th standard. Yeah, correct. I was in 10th standard. I was around 15 years old. And my cousin was getting married. And this was my first cousin. So, I mean, I'm assuming a lot of people are Indians here. And for those who are not, Indian weddings are a big, big deal. We invite a lot of people, and it's a big event. So I am from the south of India, from Bangalore, and one of our traditions in our families is that we have to go to the village of wherever our relatives are, and we invite them. We cannot invite them through WhatsApp or call or any of that. We have to go to the village, and this is again very common in South India. So in our case, because it was my first cousin's wedding, they wanted me to come along when they were going to go to the villages and invite our relatives, because of course the bride is not going to come and invite for her own wedding. So it was me and my parents, and of course the bride's parents, that's my aunt and uncle. So it was all of us going to these villages and inviting people. And this was a long process. It took a couple of weeks, like around 1 or 2 weeks we were just doing this. And then finally, towards the end of the end of this journey, this invitation journey, we stayed in a village. I mean, it's not a village, it's a town. It's a town in Andhra Pradesh, where some of our relatives live. And this town is actually very famous for saris. They sell saris in this town. So we went there, and then by the time we reached, it was already around 7 o'clock. And we had a bus the next morning, in like early morning. And the relative told us that because your bus is the next day morning, you can stay in my house. We didn't want to stay in their house because we had made other arrangements. But of course, I think everybody here understands how Indian relatives are. They are very hospitable people, so they will never let you stay in somebody else's house. So they told us, "Come on, guys, you cannot stay in some random person's house. You have to stay in our house. It's already late." So we finished the invitation formalities and everything, and then we settled down for the night. We had dinner, had a great time with the family and everything. So just for people who need to understand how village houses work. So usually in village houses you have a terrace area where people sleep there in the night. because it's very hot, and if you're sleeping on the terrace, it cools down, and it's pretty normal for a lot of people to sleep on the terrace. And then you have the house regular bedrooms on the ground floor or first floor. So that house also was divided that way. And because we were six, I mean, we were around five people, like I mentioned, my parents, my aunt and uncle, and myself. They asked the older people to sleep upstairs and the younger people to sleep downstairs. So I was downstairs with my aunt and my uncle, and my parents slept upstairs. And then everything was fine. We settled in for the night, we said good night, and blah blah. And my uncle and aunt were totally fine with sleeping upstairs because they didn't have any issue. So everything was okay. And then suddenly, at around, I think, 3 a.m., I was jolted awake. Like literally, I was sleeping and then I was jolted awake. And I just woke up suddenly and I was wondering, like, what is going on? I mean, you have to imagine the scene here. I was only 15 years old, like a 10th standard kid sleeping in, relative's house, enjoying life. And somebody's waking up at like 3 o'clock saying, get up, get up, get up. And then I woke up and I was like, what happened? I thought the house was on fire for some reason. And I was like, what is going on? Is the house on fire? Did someone die? And then they were like, no, no, nothing's happened. Come out, come out. And then I came out of the bedroom, and everybody in the house was in the hall. And I was wondering, okay, what is happening at like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the night? And my uncle was acting very strange. He was drinking water and he was going on talking. And then I was trying to figure out, what was happening. And then finally, after several minutes of, calming him down and calming everybody down, and we didn't want to talk loudly because we didn't want the neighbors to come in, because that again, it's 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the night. We don't want them coming to the house. Plus, there was a wedding in the family, and we didn't want them to start gossiping about, some random things, because as you know how Indian relatives are, if there's a small problem, the entire village will find out about it, and then there'll be like a scandal going on. So what had happened was that at around 2 a.m., my uncle and aunt were sleeping on the terrace, and then suddenly my uncle felt the need to use the bathroom. So he used the bathroom, and then he came back, and then he was trying to fall asleep. So he was still in a state of, between falling asleep and awake, because his body was going back to it. And then he heard a voice, and he was so adamant that that it's real, because he was not sleeping. So there's no way that it could have been a dream. So he said that he heard a voice right next to him saying, so you've come to invite us for the wedding. And my uncle went into a panic zone, because his eyes were closed. He was lying down on the mattress which they put on the terrace floor. And suddenly he hears this voice, and he tried to convince himself that it's a dream, like he's fallen asleep and it's a dream. But it was not a dream, because he could see that he was awake. And then again the voice repeated, so you've come here to invite us. And then he was thinking, okay, what should I do, what should I do, should I say yes, no, what? So he decided it's best if he says yes. So he did not open his eyes. He just laid down however he was. My aunt was next to him, but she was fast asleep. So he said, yes, I've actually come to invite you. It's my daughter's wedding, and it's in Bangalore, and it's next month. And the voice responded saying that, yeah, I know who you are. I know who you are. And my uncle was like, but I don't know who you are. So the voice introduced herself as, of course you know who I am. I am your, I mean, she named herself. I don't know this, because I was a 15-year-old, so I didn't know who my relatives were, in terms of who are these distant relatives, who are these chachas and mamis and all of that. I didn't know. But she was our relative, so she was actually the lady who used to live in the house, like the lady who owned the house, and distant relative of mine, like a grandmother. And she had died fairly recently, so it was her. So she actually introduced herself saying, of course you know who I am. I am so and so, your grandmother, aunt, or whoever she was. And then my uncle, who was sleeping, of course pretending to sleep, so he was like, yes, yes, I know who you are. That's why I came here to, invite the rest of your family. And then she said, okay, okay, that's good. And that's it. The conversation ended with that. And my uncle was sweating at this point of time, like literally sweating, because he had an entire conversation with a woman who claimed to be his relative, who was also dead, because he knows that, that she died recently. She had just died a few months before, we visited them. And it was pitch dark. It was like 2 a.m. in the night. And my aunt was fast asleep, and he didn't know what he was supposed to do. So he actually just stayed calm for around 5-10 minutes. And then he tried to speak again. So he again said something like, are you there? Are you listening to me? And then there was nothing, no voice, there was nothing, no response. And that is when he felt like, okay, now is a safe time to just run out of here. So he woke up and he went running up, he came running down from the terrace straight to my parents' room where I was also sleeping. And that is when he started waking my parents up and saying, get up, get up, get up, I have to tell you something. And then my parents woke me up, and then my aunt woke up, and then he told us his entire story. And of course, my relatives who were living in the house, who had invited us to stay, they were woken up, and they were told this entire story. And surprisingly, as much as I thought that people would laugh at him, because I was certainly laughing at him, because I was like, this is so stupid. I can't believe that, this happened. You're probably just dreaming. They did not laugh at him at all. They took it very seriously. They actually believed him. They did not look at it as, okay, he was dreaming or he was making it up or anything. They were like, is it okay? So you actually didn't hear our mother, and this is what our mother said. Okay, okay. And my parents, of course, were very scared about this whole thing. And they were like, okay, y'all are reacting, very normally. This is not something that you should be reacting normally for. So then the family proceeded to tell us that this is not the first time that this has happened. So apparently, other members of the family who have slept on the terrace have also interacted with this grandmother sometimes. Not, it's not like a frequent thing, but it has happened sometimes, that very soon after her death, a couple of months later, someone else was sleeping on the terrace. And then suddenly at like 2 or 3, when they were either they were half awake, or maybe they did wake up to go to the bathroom or whatever, but they were not sleeping for sure, just closing their eyes, they heard the same voice, and she tries to have a conversation with them, like, oh, you're here today, or something, just to talk. And after that, she stops talking after a few minutes, and the person, whoever's there, freaks out, and then comes running and tells the family. So this had happened to one or two members, which is why the family realized that, okay, this is not fake and this is real. And they didn't tell us. That is the best part. Like, they were totally fine with making my uncle and aunt sleep on a terrace when they knew that this could happen. So that is why they did not think my uncle's story was false. They believed him. And then I realized that I'm the only one who's not believing them, because everyone else is believing him. And then I realized that, okay, this is real, this is happening, and I was there, I was part of this.
Oh my god. This is something creepy. Okay, thank you guys. The live stream is over. I'm getting scared. I'm ending the stream right now. Wow, that was something crazy. So, whoever sleeps on the terrace, they have to dream about this dead relative. Is
I
it?
mean, they don't have to dream, because my uncle did not dream of her or anything. It's just
Hmm.
that I think if you sleep on the terrace and she feels a connection with you, she starts talking to you.
So, it's not that they are seeing her in their dream. She's actually like, it's actually happening to them.
Yes, so they claim that when you go and sleep on the terrace, like my uncle did,
Oh my
you
god.
cannot see anyone because you're so scared, your eyes are closed. You just hear the voice.
Oh my god. I
Yeah,
won't
you
get sleep tonight.
because he did not see anyone. It was just the voice, and she just spoke to him about the wedding.
Mm. So it's like a good spirit who's not going to harm anyone.
No, no, definitely not. Not going to harm anyone, but definitely freaky if you have no idea and you're sleeping on a terrace and a voice suddenly starts talking to you.
My god. That's quite creepy. Interesting story. Interesting. Let me know in the chat how did you like the story. Sachit is saying that's one way to meet the grandma. Quite interesting. Everyone has Sachit has said freaky. Divyani say bapre. Okay, so quite interesting. So this is you have never narrated this anywhere. So wow, kind of exclusive on my channel. Khalas, now I'm going to take this rights and you cannot share this story anywhere else now. Finish. It's all mine.
I actually, never shared it because I thought people would laugh at the story. I thought they would say, "How can a wedding story be so dramatic?"
Mm. Wedding stories are always scary. That is also something there. Uh, Someone is saying, okay, Divyani herself is saying, Swati, then why do your relative let the relative sleep on terrace as they know that the mother comes and talk? Yeah, that's also a question. Yeah, like why do they allow when they know?
So the thing is, the village that we went to, it's a very small village. So they didn't want people. You know how small villages are. They'll start talking and creating these rumors and making it bigger than it is. So they didn't want anyone to find out and start creating stories about them. Like
Hmm.
they didn't want gossip basically. So they just acted like nothing was wrong and they sent my uncle and aunt upstairs. And even when all this tamasha was happening and we told them about it and then they said okay this happens, they,
Hmm.
in fact, told us the next day morning before we were leaving for our bus, like, please keep this to yourselves. Don't tell anyone about this. Anyway, we are not going to see each other frequently, so please don't tell anyone.
My God. This is quite quite creepy. Sachit is saying, I'm on the terrace and I'm going in. Divyani is saying it's a big deal. I guess some people with weak heart might get a cardiac arrest if they have to go through the night chat with Granny.
Definitely, definitely.
You never know, man. It's quite creepy. So yeah, this was a lovely story. So Sachit, if you would like to join in now, you're more than welcome. Swati also, if you would like to stay, you're more than welcome because now we are going to that part where we are going to discuss and debate about one thing. Because today in the morning when I was driving to work, I was listening to another podcast, and there they were talking about a animal ghost. So now to begin with, the question is to everyone, including Swati, that do you all believe that animals ghosts, do they exist, or it's only we humans have spirits and souls and xyz? So till people don't join in, I think so Sachit is going to join in. If Divyani also would like to join in, you can join in. But what's your point of view? Do you believe in this?
It's a complicated question because I watched the movie Pet Cemetery. Pet Cemetery is a very famous movie for, I mean,
Yes.
whoever's seen it will get the reference. Uh, After watching that movie, I've started feeling like, okay, it could be true. Before that movie, I did not believe it. I just felt like, no, I just don't think it can happen. But after watching that movie, and also I'm part of some Reddit groups for the paranormal, and I've read some stories there. So after that, I feel it is possible. It is possible if when a human spirit can exist, why not a cat or a dog or whatever, an animal?
But no offense, like we all know that movies, videos on YouTube or everywhere, it has been created for entertainment purpose. So even that movie or any movie, whichever which comes out, it is something which is made up. So now we can't completely believe like what they show and what they don't show on that. But still, the question still stands because I kind of believe that yes, because even they have different life and even they go through the same process, and just someone has joined in, so I'll be getting him as well. His name is Demon OP, so I'm getting Demon OP in 3, 2, and 1. Arey, re, re, re. Salam alaikum, Demon OP.
So I'm
Walaikum
going to
assalam.
become an audience member while you guys continue.
No problem. Anyway, Swati, thank you for joining in. And people who have just joined in, Swati also has her own podcast on Spotify where she talks about the paranormal. The link has been anyways there on the chat. But Swati, you can once again put your link when you are on the chat, so you can put the link again, and as well as I'll put that in on my description once the video gets over, once the live stream gets over. So Swati, thank you so much. The story was amazing, and I hope to see you in my next live stream as well.
Sure. Thank you, Desmond, and I hope you enjoyed the freaky terror story.
Yes, thank you.
That was actually scary.
Yeah, the story was quite scary. And Swati, she messaged me in the evening itself, saying that she also has a horror podcast, and I was listening to that while I was having a bath in the evening. And she's quite interesting. The story also, what she narrated, was quite interesting. So yeah.
I was hearing it like this. So yeah. So what's the topic of conversation?
There is someone else. Swati has joined again. So Swati, do you want me to accept you again? Should I or should I not? I'm not sure.
No, that was just an accident.
Okay. Okay, then thank you. And there is another person called as Stree. Now I don't know who's this. Stree,
Hi.
कौन है ये Stree?
That's baby, I guess.
Okay. Stree, कल आना, चलो bye. Okay, so without wasting a lot of time, there is Sachit and there is Divyani on the live stream, and we are going to have a discussion. And the topic is animals. Do you guys believe that even they go through the same life form what we go through? Do they have souls? Do they have spirits? Do they have ghosts and demons, XYZ? So, what is your point of view?
So I feel that yes, and to support this, I recently heard, like just before coming here, I recently heard a story
Okay.
based on that. I keep it very short. So there was a family friend of ours, like Snehil's friend, like my wife's friend, and she was moving from one house to the other. And during that process, they lost their dog.
Hmm.
And there was this incident that, the dog, like when the dog was alive, they used to feed the dog outside the house. It was kind of a bungalow, and they used to feed the dog outside the house. And whenever the dog finished the food, he would dig in front of the food and ultao the plate, like
Okay.
that dog bowl would just,
Make
would
it
whack
upside
it
down.
or make it upside down or whack it or something like that. And then the dog died.
Hmm.
When they were moving, like, they had to move in 2 days. And
Hmm.
this girl came, like Snehil's friend, and she was just sweeping the house, specifically the kitchen, and there was a back door entry, and she just kept the stuff outside,
Hmm.
the dog stuff outside, because she was cleaning and she was keeping a little saman, and she knows she kept it straight. She knows it. She swept, took the kachra bahar, and then later on, when she was coming back inside, she saw the bowl ulta.
Oh, God. Shit.
So I
That's
feel
quite evil.
yes.
So you do believe, yes. Before we go to Stree, there is a comment by Ankit. He's saying every living orgasm.
Organism.
Every living being on earth has a spirit. It's just that not animal as bad as humans that want to hurt each other. Yeah, that's very true. even if even if animal ka ghost is there, I don't think so they'll want to hurt humans or hurt the other animals or whatever. They'll just come and they'll just protect you. This is what I feel, because even me and my wife, we also had a pet, and who is not there with us anymore, but sometimes I still feel her presence whenever I go back to India. So that is something nice. Yes, Stree. We can go to Stree now.
Okay, for me, this topic is new. So, what I heard from Sunny, that definitely makes me believe that there are souls for the animals, and I would like to read about this once we are done with this live stream. It's a new topic. It's an interesting topic.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
Bus.
What bus? Your
Keep.
next topic के बारे में I'm going to talk.
Wait, I want to check because Swati has joined once again on. So let me know, Swati, in the comment. Do you want to join the stream, or it is once again an accident because you have joined and you're waiting here? Want to join? 1 minute. Okay. So, anyways, so this was one thing. Sachit, or baby, anything you would like to add in terms about this topic? Because I have couple of things which I would like to tell you and a story. But before that, anything you would like to add? Anyone of y'all?
No,
No,
from
we
my
want
side.
to
Hear
something
your
your
story.
Okay, so this I will start with the story, and I don't recollect exactly what is the story because I heard this on Jay Alani's podcast, and
I'm
this
getting scared
was
now.
and this was when he had just started podcasting, in his early stages, and it was this episode was is still available on the Hub Hopper app, and if you want, I'll send you the link as well. So what I remember, I'll be telling you. So Jay Alani, like everyone knows, he's a paranormal investigator. He gets a call from a family. He goes to investigate. Now the family does not tell him anything. They only tell him that there is something strange happening in the house. Okay, so now there is a big lawn garden area where the husband is sitting and talking to Jay Alani. And the husband tells Jay that you can go to the hall room, and they are staying in a villa. Okay, it's like a big mansion. You can go to the hall room and also speak to my wife about what's happening, because we are kind of facing a lot of difficulties, and something bad is happening in the house. So now he has collected all the information from the husband. Now he's going towards the hall room. Now he goes to the hall room. He meets the female, who is the wife, sitting, talking, taking all the information. And after that, Jay can listen something, and that also where
Oh,
the husband is sitting. The husband, okay, is actually sitting and talking to his wife outside. And then suddenly he can hear a dog barking. And the dog is also barking in the garden area. So basically it's the husband, wife and the dog. They're all there, and the dog is barking. And the wife is telling to the dog, like, sit quiet, be quiet, be quiet. And then cut to, he looks this side, the wife and the dog is there. So it was kind of creepy for him, because how it is possible that the wife and the dog is there also and here also. Then he goes outside and he questions the man, and that time the wife and the dog is there outside. He's saying,
schedule.
how is this possible? I went inside and I spoke to you. How did you come out so fast? Or how is this possible? So to know what exactly happened, I would tell you guys to go and listen to that episode. I will, for sure, I will put this link in my description or in the comments or something. But the ending is quite creepy. But I can only tell you one thing. It was not the human. It was not the wife who was the ghost, but it was the
The
dog. And there is a story related to that, which he has explained it in a very well manner. This is just a gist about the story, but it's quite creepy. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is that some people feel that talking about a particular religion, they feel that no, it's only we humans go to heaven or go to hell or whatever. Dogs are never uh, reborn, or they don't have a soul. They don't have the same life circle what we have. But I feel whichever human being, not only talking about dogs, talking about any animal, everything has a life circle, everything has a soul. This is what I feel. And yeah, that's all I can say.
That's actually creepy, yeah. But I mean, chalo, theek hai. We've come to a conclusion that dog spirits are there. But then what
Hmm.
about birds? What about the wildlife?
Hmm.
We say that,
Yeah, so
forests are haunted, Is it because of the human ghosts who have died, which animals have killed? Or is
Hmm.
it also a possibility that the animal spirit might still be hunting? Let's say, for example, a spirit of a tiger
Hmm.
might
Jim
be
Corbett
still
National
hunting.
Park.
Yeah, man,
That
I've
can also be possible.
never thought about this. Yeah, it can be possible, because what I know is that there are still a lot of things we humans don't know. It's still
Yeah.
unknown to our knowledge, and we
Correct.
need to figure out this. And I don't know how we'll figure out, but slowly, eventually, things are we are getting to learn a lot of things. But this is a question, like even what question you raised about the forest and this and that and all. You never know, man.
Yeah. So, I
Anyways.
mean, even if we try Googling, some such incidents about animal spirits, I don't know what we might get, but then I don't think so. People must have, Googled something of this sort. Animal haunted spirits in forest or something like that, whatever, that way. But it could be possible.
Can be
If,
possible.
I mean, now imagine the terror. If a tiger in real is so scary, imagine a tiger spirit or a snake spirit.
you know there is something kind of creepy and funny also at the same time, because when I was young, okay, and where we lived in India, a lot of mosquitoes used to be there, and I used to kill a lot of mosquitoes. But sometime, no, it is relatable to everyone that sometime you feel that mosquito is like has bitten you, but you can't see that. So I used to assume that it's a mosquito's ghost which has come to haunt me and bite me again.
Correct, correct. Quite possible, yeah.
Yeah. See, Tatya Bichu is also saying the area where I lived in when I was kid, there was an urban legend of a ghost dog. Only heard barking but never seen.
Actually,
So yeah, man,
But
there are,
there's
yeah.
feel that on the topic what you're talking regarding animals, I feel that animals, I mean, ghosts can take form of animal. Like that starts right from the Garden of Eden when the serpent took the form, like the ghost took the form of serpent.
No, but see, now there is a difference between ghost and jinns and angels, demons. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
ghost is a thing, like it's a human form. Like when we die of unnatural things or
Mm-hmm.
incidents, we turn into ghost. Okay,
Yeah.
baby is still a ghost, and if after dying also she'll still be a ghost, that is different. But we humans are ghost. Okay, now demons are different, and jinns, you can say jinns and demons, you can say kind of similar, because before God creating humans, he had created angels, and then he had created jinns, and he had given them
Mm,
a separate kind of power. Has we don't have that. Yes, even they have their own life, they have their family, they have everything, and they have superior power than us. And that's the reason why God did not give us that much power, because when he created jinns themselves went against God, and they said, why we need God when we can do everything, when we are so
correct.
superior. So
Yeah.
even I feel the story of uh, what story we were talking
The
about?
Garden of Eden.
Yeah, the Garden of Eden. That is also, I think so. It is a jinn or a demon came in a form of a snake, and then
Right.
that is how it went. Because ghost cannot be there because Adam and Eve were the first humans.
Right.
So
S-
it's everything
Makes
falling into
sense with
place.
that.
Yeah, it makes
Correct.
sense. But yeah,
So ideally, if you see that it was Lucifer himself who came in the form of the serpent. So ideally, it was an angel who came. So
fallen
angel
angel. Yeah,
turned rogue is a demon.
correct.
Right.
Raw,
Yeah, raw.
Jimmy.
So
So
yeah,
yeah, this is kind of creepy. And the second thing what we were going to talk about was Divyani. That was your question, right?
Yeah.
And what was that?
I wanted to know. See, they say that you should not even take their names. So, you know why I got the curiosity to ask this to you? I'm sure many of you would have seen Pari movie when it was just released, but I
Yes.
never had the guts. Okay, so I don't know. Suddenly last week I thought, okay, let's watch. So I started watching, and out of nowhere, even my mother got so much interest to watch the movie, and we both were watching. So then, it came in my mind: is it true? Do ifrits really exist? And if so, then how? Like, you know, what form? And I don't want to take the country's name and all, but is that real, whatever they tried to portray it in the movie?
I will answer you. Give me 10 seconds. Tatya Bichu saying ghost is a spirit of that living being, difference from the other entity. Yeah, this is what we
Mm.
spoke. Tatya Bichu saying it's a human spirit. Uh, Others were never human to start with. Yes, okay. Then Ankit is saying Desmond ever try to apply strong perfume and go near any so-called haunted area. Why so? What does, like, is it like an axe ka ad or something that they'll come behind us if you put strong perfume? I've heard this for the first time. Any
No, they
knowledge
do say
on
this. They do say this that if you pass by cemeteries and all with perfumes, it seems that these, demons or whatever jinns, they get attracted and they, cling to you. That's what they say.
any
yeah.
knowledge on why do demons or jinn attract to? See that what I have learned now. The thing is, first of all, the jinns and demons and all are kind of well known in the Middle East, and there is a strong religion in the Middle East which is Islam, and they also kind of believe that yes, like how we have angels and satans and demons, they this have a different name or different term called as jinns. And I have spoken to a lot of people, and they do believe that yes, they do exist, and they also believe that there are good jinns and there are bad jinns. I have also narrated this in my live streams that when God had created jinns, there was one person who wanted to go against God, and that was Satan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then he created his force and he fought against God,
Yeah.
and basically jinns and angels. And then some of the jinns were good and they remained there, and some of the jinns became bad and then they started doing whatever they are doing. So it's not that God destroyed everything. He said that okay, y'all are going to be there. It's just that y'all are going to be good and y'all are going to be bad. So people in Islam, they feel and not feel, they believe that yes, there are good jinns, and they also say that every household, every house has a jinn, and they say that you should not sleep at the entrance or near
Mm-hmm.
the door or something, because it's a place for them. Even I'm really sorry if I have any wrong information. Correct me, anyone, whoever is there on the live stream as well. But what I know that the reason why they don't allow anyone to go at a particular time to the mosque, at is like after midnight, it's because it is their time to pray. So that is
Oh,
why they don't allow. And if you go and people have, got slaps also, humans have got slaps also. So
yes.
different kinds of story. But in terms of Ankit's question, I feel that maybe the fragrance might be too strong or something, and even they have, like, even jinns have their own life, even they do a lot of stuff, so maybe they might be getting attracted to that or something.
So
I
there are
don't
a
know.
Mm-hmm.
couple of things related to that. So the jinn gets gets attracted to certain things. Now, whatever you use to feel good or look good, let's say for example, the reason why girls put shampoo, first thing is so that the hair looks good and it smells nice. They say that you should not keep your hair open because when the wind blows, the fragrance also blows. And that's
Right.
what attracts jinn, because there has always been a history of jinn possessing humans. Jinns not possessing jinns. Jinns are made of fire. Now, whatever, like let's say a deodorant or a spray, which has a little alcohol in it, right? It will faster attract a jinn, because if you spray, like let's say for example, if you keep a lighter and you spray something, it'll go fast, right? That
Correct.
adds to their power, and they get attracted. And with nice fragrance, perfume. So initial days there were no perfumes. The oud, there was ittar,
Ittar, yeah, yeah.
right?
Itra, huh?
And that is like, that fragrance is very strong and it's really nice. So that travels much more faster. So the actual way of putting an ittar back then was not the same. They only had oud. They had to burn oud and stand over it and put it in the kaftan so that the whole body is smelling. And mostly men used to do it. So now also it's because of the cosmopolitan trend is wherein start women have started applying all that, because they're very well protected
Yeah.
with namaz, with prayers and all of that.
Makes
And
sense.
I
I would
guess
on this.
Tatya Pichu asked Satan was an angel or jinn. So
Wait. Before going to that, Tatya Bichu also said that the scent logic was also used in 1920 movies to confirm possession. This is 1920,
The horror movie he's talking.
the Bollywood movie. There's a 1920.
Hmm.
It's a
Yeah.
Netflix also there is. I don't remember anything in that movie where they use a scent logic. I'm not sure.
but then in Dabbe they did.
Yeah.
You remember? So when he tells her to put some fragrant oil, tell and rub and smell, then like she goes like this.
By the way, there is another movie which me and Sachit watched recently. It's called as Dabbe, but we will not talk about it
Hmm.
because we are going to make a proper episode where we are going to go in depth and in detail. But it's just a hint. Very soon there is an episode going to come. So yeah,
Yeah.
Ankit is saying yes, Tatya Bichu, and that was very true. What was shown in 1920 movie. But bro, I can't recollect about this scene now. I just need to go and rewatch the movie to find out where was this scene used. I am kind of confused. Anyways, the now the question starts. Uh,
I would like
Tatya
to add.
Bichu Singh. Yes, baby. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you finished Tatya with this question, then we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. Tatya Bichu saying Satan was angel or a demon or a jinn.
Jinn.
I feel, as per what I know and I read, uh, it was a angel who was very close to
He was
God.
the most beautiful, the
Beautiful
most
angel.
handsome,
Yeah.
the best looking ever angel created by God. He was the
God's
best.
favorite angel, you can say.
He was also called Lucifer, the morning star. He was so bright.
Yeah.
And
And
then,
that is why they say another name which is fallen angel as well.
yeah,
So
Yes.
yeah.
fallen angel because he was thrown out of heaven because pride caught him.
Yeah.
and that's why he was thrown from heaven.
God cut his wings only. Yele, khalas. He
Yeah.
went down without parachute. But yeah, there are different names: Satan, demon, fallen angel,
Then in
and
your
so.
in your country, Desmond, they call him Iblis. Not just your country. In the Hindi Bible, they call him Iblis. In the Urdu Bible, they call him Iblis. In the English Bible, he is known as Lucifer.
अरे
Yeah.
कितनी बार नाम लेगा? He'll come now and sit with us.
Yeah.
He cannot touch us. We are very strong, so he can.
Yes. Yeah, Ankit is Tatya Bitch is also saying different versions in different
Cultures.
cultures. Yes. Jinn also attacks very too much sweets. Is it?
It's diabetes, bro.
Yeah, maybe they say that you should not carry meat also when you're traveling in the, like, it's if it's a night journey. So maybe they might be attracted to sweets and perfumes and so many other things, because they say that the reason why a woman should not open her hair and go out and should only show her beauty to her husband is because if a jinn falls in love with you, then he'll make sure that in
Uh,
human life you will never get married. Whatever is happening, you'll something will happen, and the jinn will just be attached to you.
yeah, dude.
Right.
That's some crazy shit.
Yeah. Tatya Bichu saying re-watch the movie. Yes. Where is Alex? Hani Pasha is saying Alex. I'm not sure. He did join in, and oh, dude, I'm reading the old chats. What am I? Okay, baby, you can continue. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Swati.
Okay, so I remember you saying that you're not supposed to sleep on the door.
Hmm.
Okay, so I remember it's like a few years before, like back when my
Hmm.
brother was staying in an area, like the main area in Pune, which is a Muslim area that's called Konwa.
Hmm.
So he was living there as a bachelor, and there were like hundreds of buildings where they would only take these bachelors. Okay,
Hmm.
and all the owners for them would be Muslim. So like once I visited him, and then I told him, "Where's the terrace? Let's go up," and all of that. Then he's like, "These buildings don't have terrace." Then I'm like, "Why?" Then he told me because they say that that's the place for the jinns to be, so that's why they don't have terrace, like a way to go to the terrace. I was like,
Terrace and
"Okay,
granny.
what's the granny?"
Gins and grannies.
Yeah, the story na
Being there's
of
some,
Swati.
yeah.
That's what is here.
Oh God.
So yeah, that's their place where they usually are.
Yeah, yeah, they say on the terrace, and then anything which is uh, like dirty or unclean or whatever,
Yes.
any, like, you'll find them on in such places.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, there are
uh,
varieties of them,
dirty,
It's
Hmm.
not just
dirty
the
is
jeans.
related to khabis.
Yes, correct. I was just going to say
Clutter,
that, Sunny.
clutter is related to jinn.
Oh.
Stuffed
Okay.
and cluttered, specifically your corners of the house. They
Hmm.
should never, ever, ever be cluttered. Usually, what we do is we take something and we put it in the corner because it's a better support. But that's a very wrong thing to do. You should never put anything in the corners. That's the place for the jinns. If you notice, corners are the area which receives the most minimum amount of sunlight. And corners
Hmm.
are always cold. Even the walls of the corners are always cold.
Hmm.
So if a
Right.
jinn has to be in the house, he would be somewhere in the corners.
Hmm. I'm so scared that I increased the light brightness of my room.
I also did that just now.
Tatya Bichu saying angel in Bible and jinns in Islam. I don't think so. Angels
Same.
and jinns are two different things.
Yeah.
Angels are for us like it's a good thing, and jinns are, I don't know. It's like a bad thing.
So I'll tell you.
Anyways.
So just to put a little light on this,
Hmm.
there were two creations. Angels already existed. After that, there were two creations. One was humans, which were made of mud
Hmm.
and the breath of life, which is air. And the second were jinns, which were made of fire.
Hmm.
Now, these jinns were created to protect us because they were usually more powerful. But since evolvement
Hmm.
or evolution, we also have found out cheat codes to have a jinn in possession. Is pe kabu, jinn pe kabu karna.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Similarly, they
Correct.
also have done something of that sort. These are two
Hmm.
different entities altogether,
Hmm.
Right.
not be mixed. Yeah.
Correct. Correct. Tatya Bichu is on. He's on the roll right now because he's commenting a lot of things. I can
Yeah.
read one
Taking
of the.
interest in the topic.
Yeah, he's saying I find this funny more than scary. I don't know.
It is not
And
funny, definitely.
Swati is saying Jins needs to go on a diet at this rate. Yeah, if they having sugar and this and that perfume that you don't know.
God.
Putting Tatya Bichu saying putting lambs towards my corner, my house, man, my rules. It's quite interesting. Today's session was quite interesting, but it's 1 hour 20 minutes, and I am going to end it in another 10 minutes. So, whoever has joined in, thank you. Thank you, Swati. Thank you, Sachit. Thank you, Divyani. Thank you, Tatya Bichu, and everyone who was there. Ankit, Alex, whoever was there. So, thank you, everyone. Now, there is something scary which is going to happen. Okay, so Sunny, you can do that.
Like, you only do it.
Yeah, so something quite scary is going to happen right now, and you can wait for it because it's quite scary. And I told you there is a surprise, so here the surprise is going to come now. Because in my room, I'm not alone. There is someone who is there. आजा यार कितना टाइम ले रहे हैं And here we go. Someone is there in the room. Oh my god.
The two of us now.
And this is Sachit. So he's here. He's in my hometown. And we are going to record a lot of episodes and we are going to create a lot of horror stuff. So stay tuned. And yeah, that's it. How कैसा लगा मेरा मजाक? कैसा
Can't see
लगा
you
surprise? You can't see?
Nope.
Can't see at all?
No.
Put your camera on. अंकित is saying ये तो cheating है face
Purple crying.
face purple crying. So yeah, thank you Sachit. I shall join you soon in another 2 minutes. And baby also
Yes.
thank you so much baby for joining in.
Okay.
Thank you, and I shall see you in my next live stream. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye. Sachit is just standing here and making me scared. Anyways, Tatya Bichu saying John Cena. Yes, John Cena. Anyways, I'm putting my headphones down. So yeah, guys, to end the live stream, I would like to tell you all that if you haven't liked this stream, like the stream, or else this guy who's walking behind my room, he's going to come and haunt you. Okay, so don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new on my channel. And Swati, I hope to see you next time as well. It was quite fun. It was quite interesting to have a conversation with you. And it's always fun to have a conversation with someone who's, the same mindset, who like horror stuff. So so this is kind of creepy. And to everyone, good night. Stay safe and all I can say is happy haunting, and always remember, you're not alone in the room. And there is a ghost in my Okay, we'll call the ghost. The ghost can say like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, guys, if you really like the stream, please do share it. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and love the comments. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I shall see you in my next live stream. Ciao.